Hello and welcome to today's video. As promised, I would do a video on all confirmed Motocross of Nations teams for 2023. In this video, I'll be showing you the first top 10 teams so far. I may do the ones after top 10 if you guys want me to, but for the most part, the teams past top 10 are riders that most of us don't even know of, so I didn't include them in today's video. And actually, today's video is second place through 11th because Team USA is considered first. So the top 10 is second place through 11th for teams. Let's get right into it. First one, Team France. In the MXGP category, they have Romain Fevre. He currently sits second in the MXGP Championship and has proved to be, if not the fastest guy, one of the fastest guys in the MXGP Championship at the moment. In the latter half of the season, he's earned quite a few wins, so Fevre is definitely a top contender. In the MX2 category, we have Tom Vial. He currently sits sixth in the SMX standings. I figured I'd combine Supercross and Motocross for him so we can get a better understanding of where he stands in America. So sixth, he did pretty well in Pro Motocross this summer, had some ups and downs. Supercross was obviously a struggle for him because he's never raced it before. But overall, Tom Vial is a strong contender and will fight hard for France in Ernée. In the MX Open category, we have Maxime Renault. Renault's a top 5 GP guy regularly, but he did have an injury this year, so that slowed him down. He got some podiums, though, and he did even get a win this year in Switzerland. So Renault's another top guy. On to Team Australia. In the MXGP category, we have Jet Lawrence. Everybody knows Jet Lawrence. He is perfect. He's a perfect rider. This year, he's won Supercross, Motocross, undefeated in Motocross, so no better pick for the GP category than Jet. In the MX2 category, we have his brother, Hunter Lawrence. Again, Hunter, first in Supercross, first in Pro Motocross. He did have some ups and downs, some injuries, but bounced back. Top guy in the 250 class in America. So, again, strong guy for the team. In the MX Open category, we have another first, the Australian MX1 champion for the year. I think he's a 4-time Australian champion now. I don't know how the Australian Motocross Championship compares to American or MXGP, but if first in Australia is anywhere comparable to top 10 here, I'm sure Australia will be a podium contender this year anyway. All right, our next team is Team Italy. In the MXGP category, we have Alberto Ferrato. This name kind of flies under the radar for a lot of people, but let me tell you what, this guy has been up and coming for a while now. He currently sits 7th in MXGP, which doesn't sound great on paper, but as of late, he's been around top 5, and this weekend got his first top 5 in the MXGP category. He's on a very small team and managing to get it done anyway. In the MX2 category, we have Andrea Adamo. Andrea Adamo is the points leader in the MX2 World Championship, so obviously he's a fast kid. He hasn't really been the fastest guy week in and week out, but he has proved that he's consistent and a top regular guy. So Adamo's overall consistent, fast guy, good for Team Italy. In the MX Open category, we have Mattia Guadagnini. Now, he's been out for a while with injury this year, but he's still a top 10 GP regular. He did get second place. That's his best finish this year. I don't remember which GP it was, but either way, he got a podium. So he proved that he can run with the top guys. I don't know how he's going to do in Ernée, but he's been trying to get back up to speed because he's been off the track for so long. But overall, wraps up the team nicely. Next up, Team Belgium. Team Belgium looks really strong. In the MXGP category, we have Jago Geerts. He currently sits 3rd in the MX2 standings. He's got multiple wins this year, and he was even injured. So he lost the championship lead when he got injured, and he's still 3rd in the standings, and honestly, it's possible he can still win the championship. So pretty impressive from Geerts. Everyone knows he's fast, and last year he proved he can ride a 450 good, so hopefully he can match that this year. In the MX2 category, we have Lucas Koenen. If you don't know Koenen, I consider him to be the Hayden Deegan of the MX2 World Championship. Now, he has made some mistakes this year. He had a bike blow up on him, I believe, in Germany maybe. But yeah, he's had some mistakes and some ups and downs, so he didn't wrap it up as nicely as Hayden Deegan has. But either way, Koenen's gotten multiple wins this year and has been a podium regular in his rookie season in the MX2 category. So Koenen's the top contender. He'll fight hard. Good pick for Team Belgium. In the MX Open category, we have Liam Everts. Obviously, Liam Everts is the son of the greatest of all time, Stefan Everts. So, fast kid. He currently sits second in the MX2 championship, and he actually is coming fresh off 2 wins in a row in the MX2 category. So, the kid's really getting fast now, learning his ways, and I'm sure he'll do good in Ernay. Next, we have Team Spain. In the MXGP category, we have Ruben Fernandez, the Honda HRC rider. He currently sits 5th in the MXGP standings. He did get a win at the debut of the season, and he's been consistent throughout the year, so Fernandez is a good pick. In second place, they have not in second place. In the MX2 category, they have David Braceras. Braceras, he's, I believe, new to MX2. I don't know how long he's been racing MX2, but yep, I had to double check on that. He did race a couple last year, but this is his official rookie season. Either way, he sits 17th in points, which is not very impressive, but he's struggling to get into this category. He's had a rough go at it this year. Either way, he's been running top 10 to 15, that group in MX2. Hopefully next year he can do better, but overall, he's going to be the tough one for this team. He's got to finish in a halfway decent position, otherwise he can drag him down. In the MX Open category, they have Jorge Prado. Prado, he's first in the MXGP class. He's been consistent all year. Whenever someone makes a mistake, he's right there to capitalize on it. He's just been overall the best and most consistent rider in the World Championship this year. So as long as David Braceras can keep it together and kind of finish around that top 10 position, Spain shouldn't have an issue competing for a podium. Next up, we have Team Netherlands. Netherlands is normally a title contender, but this year it's looking a little off. They do have Calvin Vallanderen in the MXGP category. He's a pretty good rider. He's 6th in the GP standings. He's actually on a factory support team, so he's not even a factory rider, but he's 6th in the standings. He's usually around top 5 to top 10 this year. He has done better in the past, but this year's been a little rough for him. In the MX2 category, they have Kai de Wolf. De Wolf is an incredible rider. He got his first win this year. He currently sits 8th in standings, but that's because he got hurt earlier this season and then lost the points lead when he got injured. So either way, Kai de Wolf's incredible. MX Open category, we have Glenn Coldenhoff. He currently sits 4th in the GP standings, running around top 5 group lately. Overall, a consistent rider. Rounds up the team pretty good. Next up, Team Germany. In the MXGP category, we have Ken Roczen. Roczen finished 4th overall in Supercross standings this year. Currently sits 1st, defending his World Supercross Championship. As of now, he did get 1 Supercross win in regular Monster Energy Supercross and 1 win in the first round of World Supercross. So, overall, solid rider. And in Pro Motocross, the 1 race he did, he performed pretty solid. So, Roczen's a great pick. In MX2, we have Simon Langenfelder. He's a friend of the show. Love this guy. He got a win this year. Shortly thereafter, he got hurt, which sucked. He was a title contender at that point, but he dropped back in points. He currently sits 4th in standings, but overall, a fantastic rider. In the MX Open category, we have Tom Koch. He's a top 15 to 20 GP guy. I don't know what series he races overall. I think British Championship sometimes, but he has raced the ADAC MX series, and he's gotten wins in that series, so halfway decent rider. Hopefully he can finish around top 10, like I said with the previous team. If he can finish around that top 10, hopefully he doesn't drag down the team. Otherwise, Germany's pretty solid. Next up, Team Switzerland. In Team Switzerland, we have, for the MXGP category, we have Jeremy Seewer. He currently sits 3rd in the standings for the MXGP Championship. He has gotten a win this year, and he's a podium regular. You all know him. Wicked fast, consistent guy. Never crashes, so Seewer is obviously a great pick. MX2 category, we have Valentin Giad. Now, he's flown under the radar. He usually was a top 20, top 15 guy. This year, he stepped it up a notch. And he currently sits 9th in GP standings, and he's a regular top 10 guy now. So, Valentin Giad making progress. Hopefully, he can stay consistent the rest of the year. In the MX Open category, we have Arnaud Tonis. He has raced MX2 in the past, but he has left that championship. Now he's doing just a regular Swiss championship, and he is the champion this year. So, I don't know how that correlates with MXoN, but he's a Swiss champion, so hopefully he can do his job and keep the team consistent enough to finish halfway decent. Next up, Great Britain. In the MXGP class, we have Ben Watson. He currently sits 14th in GP standings. He has been struggling a bit on beta, but he's running consistently around the top 15. sometimes out of there, but consistent this year. That's all I can say. He hasn't been great, but he's been consistent, so. Then we have in the MX2 class, Josh Gilbert. He's been a top 3 British national guy. Gotten, I think, a win this year in that championship. I couldn't find the standings for that championship, so I don't know exactly. But top 3 guy in the British nationals. Finally, in the MX Open class, we have Conrad Muse. He was a former MXGP racer as well. Switched to the British nationals, and I believe he's gotten a couple wins in the British nationals this year. So, again, top 3 guy in that. I don't know how it correlates, but this team's going to struggle this year, that's for sure. Next up, we have Team Latvia. In the MXGP class, we have Paul Jonas. He currently sits 20th in the GP standings, but that is because he was out for most of the year with injury, so you can't hold that from him. He is a regular top 10 guy, usually running around 8th or 7th, so solid guy. In the MX2 class, we have Carlos Alberts Resoulis. He is a top 5 to 10 EMX 250 guy. I believe it's his rookie year in there. He was successful on the 125. He's just got to step it up and learn the 250. He's a solid kid, though. And in MX Open, we have his brother, I believe, Janis Martins Resoulis. He currently sits first in the EMX 125 championship and has kind of been dominating that, so see how he performs with the big dogs. All right, well, there you have it. The top 10 MXoN teams so far for 2023. From what I see, only 2 teams haven't announced their teams yet, and that is USA and Japan. I talked with a friend of mine earlier today anyway, and we were talking about USA, and he said to me that USA was supposed to be announced today. Come to find out, their backup rider backed out as well, so I don't know when we're going to find out who's on our team or if we are even going to have a team this year. If we're losing backup riders, then that doesn't sound too good. Anyway, thank you guys for watching. Let me know what you think about the teams in the comments. Who do you think is going to win? What do you think about that podium? Who's going to run up top 3 this year? Let me know your thoughts in the comments down below. Thank you, and I'll see you in the next one.